So good morning everybody, hope you're well today on this brilliant Tuesday. Up here yesterday evening, it was really windy, raining, high winds, high gusts and everything. But after I finished working on the bike yesterday, I was looking at the Wolf Tooth website for the Roadlink and looking at the instructions and the compatibility and the fitting and all that sort of thing, because I wasn't really happy with it how it is. So if I just put it into the position where it should be, so the little slot at the back of here, I'm going to take it off in a minute and I'm going to show you, should be against where the B screw normally fits, and if I do that, the sag on the chain is too much, because of course the compatibility, it only says suitable for single chainring, and of course we've got double chainrings. It's only suitable for double chainrings with a GS mechanism, so a medium cage mechanism anyway, which will cope with the 34 on its own anyway, so it defeats the object in a way unless you're running a single chain set. Now you're meant to adjust the chain length to basically big and then add 2 more links. Well, as it is set for 52, 32, it was already too long, so that won't help, it'll just make it worse. So anyway, I'm just going to take it off and I'll show you. I'm using these Allen keys just because they're easier in the mechanism. It's not that one, it's that one. Only problem is they're not colour coded like the other ones, so never grab the right one first time. That's it. So I'm just going to take the neck off in a minute. Yep, there we go, that's the one. So if I just put the chain in the right place. See? It's really saggy. Really saggy. So let's take this off and I'll show you what I mean. And I've not even got this in the right spot. Let's put that in the right spot first. So there you go. That's where it should be. And look at the length of the chain. You can't see the length of the chain. Right, so I've just adjusted that down and look at the chain sagging. So I'm going to take it off and I'm going to fit the other one. So let's just tighten that back up and get this off first. Problem is with my other Allen keys, they don't fit in this way around, which just takes longer. Take that off, hang that down. Take this off. Right, so in here, if it'll focus, in there's a little stop just there where the B screw should fit, and of course I couldn't have it like that, so this, I'm going to fit the Ultegra 600. Ultegra 600 is years ago. Ultegra R8000. First thing I'm going to do is undo that. Next one. I haven't got my chain splitting tool. I need to go get that from upstairs. Just release the cable. And then I need to take the end cap off. Now this has been well and truly pinched on. End cap off. That's a problem, that is. This is why I wanted to avoid it, because whoever's put this cable on has bent the cable here through 90 degrees. a bit better. At least it'll come out. Right, I can sort that in a minute. Let's fit the new one. I'll still be able to use that cable, that's okay. Right, I need to just go and get my chain splitting tool. So let's just run the chain through there in the correct way. I'm trying to do it one-handed because I've got hold of the speed link in the other hand. You sort that in a minute. Right, look, see, that's from a waxed, well, it's not waxed, that's muck off dry lube with the chain having been thoroughly degreased in the ultrasonic bath first, so it was absolutely spotless. It's still mucky. Now, I need to check the instructions on this. I've probably got that in the wrong place, I bet. Not fitted one of these before. Just clean my hands up just with a baby wipe. Teeny weeny little Allen key these are. That's better, isn't it? Chain tension's better. From this side so you can see. So turning this limit screw. Right. A bit more, yeah. Right, high. Not yet. A bit more. Screw in the B screw because that jockey wheel is rubbing. Try that. A little bit more. Right. Get the cable attached. Get the tension and we'll run it and check it. Now is that the right size? Yes. It's in a daft place though. Hard to get to. Down. Just do the usual trick of getting a bit of tension on it. So I'll just put it a cog up, tighten that up. Now, because I've not fitted one of these before, and I've not read the instructions, this will be a bit trial and error. Now, let's see how that works. Tension. Now people have said that these adjusting barrels are more difficult to use than the old one, and they're right. It's about a turn and a half. Now, let's have a look. Let's do a bit more. try that. My door's getting in the way. You see, that's not getting up onto that final one. So it's not tight enough yet. I think we're running out of play. And that's bordering at the point now where it's too tight and it's not actually coming down. Trying to change up. I'm going to have to take some off. Right, I'm going to change the adjuster, put the old one in, because these are a real flipping pain. I've heard that, so I'm just going to do that. That's the new adjuster, and I'm going to take the adjuster off that mechanism and fit that one, because they're easier to hold because they've got a nice square on them. And we can put that back through. Now, in actual fact, this cable housing is probably too long for this type of mechanism, but it'll do the job because I'm not leaving it on permanently. A little work it'll do for the Eversting, because I'm not leaving that on here all the time. Third. That's screwed in. Tighten that up. 6 to 7 Newton meters for that one. Those are 8 to 10. Knit that up. That's fine. Right, get this tension right now. This adjuster will be easier to work now. There you go. Put the right cable tension thing in so I can actually turn it easily. Set the tension right on the second and third cog. So you want it just enough tension so it's a fraction more towards the third than it is in the middle of the second, underneath the second. Check that it's not making noise doing that and it comes down from the third okay. Run it up, should be okay. And to get tension initially on the cable on the mechanism, what I do is I put it on the third, push it till it's on the third, do the pinch bolt up, and then you can put a few turns on that. I could have probably got away with another one, but that's now spot on. Okay. My outer casing here is far too long for this mechanism, but I'm not going to leave that on this bike. I'm going to put the other one back on. Now the only other thing I've got to do is just check my stop screw for the high adjustment, to make sure we don't go into the wheel, and I've got to put an end cap on. The cable length on this is 30mm or less, which it is already, so that's fine. I can just put an end cap back on. Now, it's difficult for me to tell here. Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure it's not going to, you have to push it and make sure it goes against the stop. That's fine. It does the job. Check the B screw. Yeah, I don't think we can have my B screw any further apart. Right, see if I can get my end cap back on. Same one. Yep, and it's going to miss the spokes, so I'll just pinch that back on with my pinching things. Where have I put my pliers? There. So there we go, I'm much happier with that setup than the Wolf Link. This is now ready, apart from putting some new lube on ready. It's got the dry lube on. I'll check the weather forecast beforehand, and if need be I'll just put some wet lube on it. If not, dry lube the night before. And we're ready to go, we're good to go. Put my light bracket back on. So that's my light and bracket for it that goes on the seat stem. So, next one then, next video will be food, other things, batteries, computers, all that sort of thing, all my logistics and everything, and then I will do just another video about my actual setup, my gearing and what I'm going to run on the bike. So thanks for watching, see you in the next video later in the week.